So I'm sitting outside looking at the clouds, thinking, it's funny that even the sky can't figure out how it feels. Like it wants to, it, it's pulling in all this moisture, of course. We in human terms for ourselves call that emotion. And pretty soon that sky is going to let loose, just like we as humans do. It comes out as word vomit, hurtful words, over emotion, whatever it is. Either way, I was thinking about that. Flowers started dropping. And of course, I'm thinking, it's humid out here. This is deep South Texas. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. But then that made me go, it's funny how people will pay to go to a sauna. They'll pay to be uncomfortable, but they won't sit outside for free where you get vitamin D, you recharge your spirit, you recharge everything about you. You sweat out toxins. Most people I know are like, you're crazy. Why are you outside? Because I don't have a gym membership. That costs money. I can do that for free for myself whenever I feel like it, right? Just like I know people are like, ooh, camping? No. Mm-mm. I'm not doing that. Unless I have the luxuries of home, which when you go somewhere, it's to get away from home. But either way it goes, people just are not comfortable being uncomfortable unless they're paying for it, which is insane. And we pay for it in different ways, monetarily, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is. And the more uncomfortable we are, the more comfortable we are. It's asinine. It's all contradicting. And it's almost like the hypocrisy script. The one that says, you don't deserve that. Now remember, those are voices from early on, or even past lifetimes if you believe in that. But those voices were there to belittle you so that they could profit off of you. However, they profited. Profit is not just money. So when it comes down to it, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to be comfortable? Are you willing to do things that benefit you and not pay a price and not feel bad about it? Because the one thing I've learned, and this was probably from being homeless and using a shower bag and living in the woods all along the journey to nowhere, self-discovery, I should say. Um, People forget what they have. People forget you can go outside and be uncomfortable and go take a shower. Because when we were traveling all over the place with no intention of stopping, it it had nothing to do with thrill seeking. It had everything to do with someone who was willing to do nothing, take nothing as an option, meaning they didn't need that house or they didn't want to work for it, I should say. It was a form of laziness. It was something that the person I was with for years felt entitled and more deserving than what they were being given, and said, fine, if I can't have it all, then I don't want any of it. And he was willing to sacrifice myself and his entire family. He had already sacrificed himself. So that's where it came in to say, eh, you deserve more. The kids deserve more. This is not a life. We're not vagabonds. We're not on the run from the demons that are chasing him. He's got to run on his own. And I know I just veered off into Sheena's Wonderland, but it was to present the idea for you that don't forget it's okay to be uncomfortable in a moment and not pay for it. Something in the sense that it's going to benefit you. Like I said, sitting outside, getting a little few beads of sweat on your head. Just stay hydrated. But get those toxins out. Sometimes you got to wake up and say, no, today I'm going to do it different. I woke up today and I was like, I definitely have to eat a salad. I've gotten back to my working out. I've gotten back to changing my mindset. And this is one of those seesaws. I used to seesaw with people. I see, you saw, you see, I saw. And it was the highs and the lows. You brought what you could bring to the table when I couldn't, and then I brought what I could when you couldn't. But at some point, those people kept wanting to just on their own terms and not put forth the effort of the heavy lifting. And I had to go, okay, I'm being used. I'm being used for my playground. I'm being used for my mindset. I'm being used for my gifts. And in the end, I had to say, you know what? I can seesaw all by myself. Because you can. It requires a little bit more effort. But the free fall is a little bit more invigorating because there's nothing to balance you on the other side unless you have faith, hope, and love. So don't forget, when you're doing things on your own, it takes a very strong person to go, you know what? I'm going to get me right before I go and get that person that is right. Because you won't always be alone. You're never alone. And it's funny, every time I make comments like this, people want to remind me, it's okay. Or you can go through it. I'm not saying I'm lonely by all means. I think some people listen to speak and some want to hear the message. I'm speaking to you that can hear the message. I don't like unsolicited advice. I don't ask for your opinion. If I want it, I'll give it to you. I know who I am. I know where I stand. I know what I've been through. I know a lot of the lessons I've learned. Now, understandably, if there's something valuable someone else can bring to the table, I'll listen. But a lot of times it's people throwing rocks and hiding their hands. And it's a shame that a lot of people don't want to just keep helping build each other up. I promise you, there's plenty to go around. We can all succeed. We can all be in this life together and stop keeping each other at such an arm's distance that it's like, ugh, why are you looking at me? I see it in the videos that I've watched. I see it in even the movies that are presented to the population these days. I see it in the way that people speak. I see it in what people get angry about. And it's all petty little things that shouldn't break anybody. But for some reason, a lot of people don't even know their self-worth, and they have forgotten that your words are your words. You have the right to your opinion. You have the right to get upset. You have the right to live your own life. You don't need to drag me into your fire. It's okay to walk away. Just like I had to just put on my little page, it's okay to sit and recharge. And a lot of people forget that doing nothing is doing something. You're not being lazy. You are taking the time to love yourself, and that is the greatest form of love. Don't let anyone take that away from you, because you deserve it. And the only way that you're going to truly get that love is when you can love and respect yourself and go, I know that was meant to hurt me, but I see that you're hurting and I won't retaliate. Because I love me enough to not take your words to heart. So, just a little bit of, here's your power back. Enjoy it.